Flat Tracker, go, go, go!
The Kelpie Flat Track Pod, brought to you by our partners, threaddesign.co for the sickest jersey prints in the biz, Euroka Fencing for all your rural farming fencing needs, classic wheels, spokes and Otway hydroblasting, making your old girl look new again, and of course Kelpie, keeping you on track for longer. Now let's get into the episode. Righto, hello, Darcy Claver here, your host of the Kelpie Flat Track Pod, flying solo today. We're recapping the 2023 Australian dirt track titles that were held in Albury, Wodonga at the Causeway or Diamond Park Speedway by the Albury Wodonga Motorcycle Club. And what a fantastic event it was. I wasn't personally racing, as I'm flying out of the country this coming weekend, so I didn't want to get injured. And funny thing, saying that, I was doing recording on the infield and just about got wiped out by a sidecar unit in the first race. So you never can tell. That's why you sign your life away at the start of the meeting. But fortunately, yeah, nothing came of it. Just a little bit of a fright and a step back. But yeah, it was a great event. The weather really turned it on. We had rain for the whole week beforehand, especially my way around the Ballarat area, and I believe up that way too, around Albury, Wodonga, had a fair bit of rain, but the new surface and the track prep and new shaping of the track had definitely helped. Plenty of drainage, and it's actually quite dusty. Like, they did do a great job of the track prep all weekend, considering the temperature and the wind and yeah, all the elements. But in my opinion, the track looked fantastic. I didn't really talk to too many riders about the track, but I didn't hear any complaints either, so that's got to be a good thing. Had a massive field. It was awesome to see. There's plenty of footage online on Facebook, especially on the club's Facebook page, AWMCC, I think it is, Albury Wodonga Motorcycle Club. Facebook page, have a look on there. Colin Rosewarne Photography, Coles was there taking photos all weekend, along with Julie Burns Photography. So they all have Facebook pages. You can check them out. I was filming, as mentioned. I'm still lagging behind a little bit on my editing from the AFTN up at Brisbane. I'm almost there though, so I'll launch that first and then get the Aussie titles done. But, you know, as mentioned before on the pods, if you want to see it, the best way to do that is to turn up. So, unfortunately, if you didn't, you've already missed it, and you'll have to wait until I get myself sorted out, which won't be long. But been pretty busy lately with all the travelling and working to keep the business running and to keep the household running. It gets pretty hectic. So classes that we did have, we had some support classes, 2-stroke, 4-stroke, 13 to under 16, 85 2-stroke, 154 stroke, 9 to under 13, 65 cc, 7 to under 9, and let me see, ATV 450 and over 35s. They were all support classes. Championship classes, dirt track sidecar, ATV open, women's pro 250, MX open, and pro 450. Now, women's, it should be pro women's, I think they've just missed that off. But good article on fullnoise.com.au that you can have a read of. That's where I'm actually pulling these results from. And on my laps. I was finding my laps a little bit confusing, so I thought I'd read them off here. Lots of dogfighting going on across the 2 days. I don't think any of the classes were won easily, and that's what championship racing's all about. Plenty of emotion on and off the track. Some frills and spills. Unfortunately, there were a few spills. I hope those riders are all healing up and are in good shape. Jim Jobling, my co-host Tom Norvey's partner in crime on the side chair, had a bit of a bad one. Heal up, Jim. I hope it's all going well. And also Luke Wolf came off, and I can't remember what class it was, but I think it might have been MX Open, and he was in a pretty bad way too. I hope it's all worked out for him, and he's healing up now. I believe that he was okay. Just not flash right from the get go. So we did have a few stoppages, but I've got to say, on the side of the club running, it was fantastic. It was pretty faultless, really. I sponsored, so Kelpie sponsored the women's class, and we're fortunate enough to have a couple passes of the VIP tent, which we really use, keep me hydrated with water. And Sky, my middle daughter, watched the marquee while I was filming and had a couple of beers. And Kelsey Jensen, our Kelpie rider's mum, Kirsty, sat up there, had a couple of drinks also, and yeah, we much appreciated it. A few snags, a few burgers. It was fantastic. Great way to watch the racing. So on to some results, I think will probably be the way to go. We're going to start from the bottom of the list here, which is the support classes. The 2-stroke and 4-stroke 13 to under 16 was won outright by Tommy Wright from the Harley Club of Victoria. Great racing there by young Tommy. He's a cracker of a kid. In second place was Hugh Hope Hopkins from Forbes, not Fords, Forbes, and Henry Small, local kid from Albury Wodonga. Great efforts from all those kids. It was fantastic racing. That should be a 250 class here. I didn't say that. It's not written there. It's funny how they write it differently everywhere. 85cc 2-stroke, 150 4-stroke, 9 to under 13s. Cooper Antone took out that one. Cooper Bell from Cara took out second. I hope I pronounced your surname right there, Cooper. And William Wiggins there in third. 65cc 7 to under 9. Cooper Anton from Albury Wodonga took out the top step. William Wiggins from Central Coast in second. Cameron Pitchard from North Brisbane in third. Fantastic get on the podium with all that travelling. Well, we've just done that trip, which is a pretty big one. So, congratulations. In the 450 ATV, Colin Green on the top step. Michael Stimson from Tamworth on the second step, and Shana Stimson, Doug Gog. They sound like they're related, but living in different places, perhaps. They're on third step. Over 35s, we had Benjamin Gordon from the far south coast, and Benjamin Ford and Gordon on the 45 machine, I think it was bloody quick, actually. It was really competitive in the championship classes as well. Mitch Wolf there from Albury Wodonga in second, and Ralph Pink from Albury Wodonga there in third. So fantastic to see some local boys on the steps. Dirt track sidecars into the championship classes. So on the top step was Corey Ford and Darren Friedenstein from Panorama. Kia Frame, Anthony Martin from Tamworth in second, Jared Marco, Sean Fuller, Curry in third. Sorry, I was just checking that I had that right because it looks a little bit funny the way it's written out here. Obviously, having the passengers' names in there as well changed the format when they put it in. But yeah, fantastic job by the sidecars, 13 sidecars from memory. And some great racing. It's pretty tight track on a sidecar, so there were a few moments. There was another sidecar that flipped and the rider got taken away too. So I hope he's healing up all right as well. I heard that, yeah, but maybe slight concussion and a bit of a sore knee. So I'm hoping that they recover fine as well. But it was great action. Really enjoyed watching the sidecars. Now the ATV opens. I didn't record any times here or have a look at any times here. Maybe I can do that in a minute, but I'm pretty sure they were as quick, if not faster, than the solos. So the two-wheelers. So ATVs obviously being four-wheelers. And I think they were pulling around 25.3 second laps, which is pretty full on, pretty fast. And the man on the top step was Matthew Griffiths from the Hunter, and second step Jeffrey McKay also from the Hunter, and Colin Green from Gunnedah. So yeah, fantastic work. I love watching the ATVs. Actually, it's not something we get a lot down in Victoria. So yeah, it was awesome to see a good turnout of those as well. And it's pretty impressive watching them hang off the sides of those. So the class that Kelpie sponsored was the women's class. On the top step was local lady Taylor Street, and well deserved. She did claim all 5 wins, but as in the fullnoise.com.au story, it wasn't always easy. And second was Laurie Gower from Aubrey Wodonga. I met Laurie for the first time. Well, I think it is. I apologise if it wasn't the first time, Laurie, in the pits. And yeah, lovely lady. She's from Aubrey Wodonga. And Brianna Ettridge from or Curry, sorry, they pronounce it, in third place there. Obviously, was a little bit disappointed that our Kelpie rider, Kelsey Jensen, didn't didn't quite make it on the podium, as you're reading in some of the stories, and actually on her mum, Kirsty Jensen, Facebook page, you can see a video of it. She had a nice, comfy lead in the last race of the day, but unfortunately low-sided and couldn't recover in time. But she still got fourth overall in Australia, which is fantastic for her second attempt in the title. First one was the track title earlier this year, and she got second in that. Yeah, similar scenario for Taylor Street there, having an off that set her back in the points a little bit. So, that's championship racing and how it goes. And I know Kelsey learned a lot, and we're all very proud of her. She's showing how much she is developing, and it's very happening very quickly too. So it's all great experience. So we'll move on from that. Well done to all the ladies. It was actually, once again, almost full grid there. I think it was 12 riders, which was fantastic to see, and we hope that keeps growing. And yeah, they did really well in the 450 classes as well. Pro 250, top step, Rory McWhorter. Second step, James Saudi from Cara, and third step was local boy Remy Fife. Remy was looking good all day. I think I'm pretty sure that was also in the 250s. He was looking good all day, but maybe didn't get quite a good start in the final there. I should have said too that the women's class was actually decided over all 5 rounds, and all the other classes were decided by a final. So you get your points on the first days, or the first rounds on the first day, and the last round on the second day. You gather your points, which gives you a gate pick basically, and yeah. So and then from then it's decided to a final. So yeah, just going over Pro 250 again. Rory McCoulter, James Sorty, Remy Fife. So congratulations, boys. Well done. And it was awesome battles in the 250s as well. MX Open, I believe. He's been chasing this for a while. He did quite a few impressive speeches, and also did a whip demonstration on the Saturday, which I had to watch from afar because it was in the middle of going out for dinner, etc. But I could see him, and it's pretty impressive. And that's the Daniel Wicks took the top step there of MX Open, which was fantastic. Followed by another Karikari rider, Cody Lewis, and Rory McCoulter in third there in MX. Rory did very, very well actually, on all 3 podiums of champion classes. So going to pro, giving it away a bit there, and I pro 450 on the top step was Cody Lewis from Kurri. Rory McCoulter is from the Gold Coast, and he was in second, and Daniel Wicks from Gunnedah in the third step. So that's all of our classes. I've got to say it was a really enjoyable weekend. Crowd turnout wasn't quite what I was expecting. Was a bit bigger on Sunday. I actually noticed some faces that were there on Saturday. Must have gone home and said, "You got to come and watch this," and had some people with them the next day. So that was good. I didn't actually chat to them to find out if they do follow the sport or anything, but it was good to see that happen. It shows the potential for spectators, and to keep growing the sport, and that it does attract people. So it was, like I said, very smooth. That ran very smooth. I enjoyed every minute of it. Peter Baker on the mic doing the commentating did a fantastic job. Also, we got to see a bit of a demo of a Stark Varg, which was really good, which Laurie Gow was on actually, and yeah, got to chat a bit about that, which was fantastic. Should have done an interview about it actually, and got Tom, her partner, to talk about it a bit more on camera so you could all see it. Uh, I didn't actually, I didn't actually get any footage of it. I don't think, which was a shame. But yeah, it goes like an absolute rocket. If you haven't looked into the electric bikes, and especially the Stark Varg, which I think is going to be basically the premier product by the sounds and looks of it at the moment. I know Honda are coming out with one. I don't know anything about it. I haven't read anything about it yet, but the Stark Varg, 50 to 80 horsepower, and you can play with that range on the fly. So yeah, it would be interesting to see. You would have seen recently, especially if you hold a national license, you would have had an email about the rules of riding a Stark Varg or an electric motorcycle. So you can, in dirt track, run in the open class. So not the 450 class, but you can run in any club open class at the moment. I believe it was club. Double check that email if you got it. I'm pretty sure it didn't state championship there. So that's interesting to see how that's all going to unfold. But it was fast. It didn't have a dirt track tire on it, just had a knobbly on it. And yeah, I can't remember what Laurie told me now. I think she wasn't riding it at 80, let's put it that way. And yeah, she had a pretty good roost behind her. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how all the electric stuff unfolds, and would really love to have a ride on one. So yeah, really not much more to say apart from thanks to everyone that supports Kelpie, and yeah, coming to the Australian titles, dirt track titles, it was fantastic. We did put a tyre challenge up. We had two entrants, but they didn't read it properly, so they weren't on Kelpie blocks. So they got disqualified basically from the competition, which was a shame because I do really do believe that someone could have got up there on a Kelpie block. But you know, that's how it goes. It takes a while for a brand to get any trust. So we'll just keep working at it. But yeah, thanks to everyone for your support for towards our business and towards the sport, and coming down and saying g'day and chatting to Tom and myself in the pits. We will be doing a Kelpie live on the Aussie titles, Aussie dirt track titles. And yeah, keep your eyes out for that one. It might be a little bit delayed, unfortunately, but I'm doing my best. So anyway, thanks for checking in with us, tuning in to the Kelpie Flat Track Pod. As always, keep it sideways, go Flat Tracker. And of course, we thank our partners, Euroka Fencing, Classic Wheel Spokes, Otway Hydro Blasting, and ShredDesign.co for all their support. Keep it sideways until next time. Go Flat Tracker.
Go Flat Tracker. Go Flat Tracker. Go, go, go.